Had a good day at the range today. Took some time out to sight in my Walther PDP polymer match. This is a hell of a platform. I wanted to duplicate what I had with my steel frame. I made some slight changes to some of the equipment. I went with calculated kinetics optics plate. It has more durable hardware than the previous brand that I was using. And I also duplicated what's under the hood in terms of the guide rod system. I went with the ZR Tactical guide rod. It's the weighted guide rod. This is not the long stroke, which I have in my steel frame. The polymer version does not accept the long stroke guide rod. So I went with the weighted guide rod system, and I'm also going to keep the mag well on. When it comes to sighting in, I'm a big believer in the sight mark system. Hopefully that can focus and you can get that, right? The advantage I think sight mark has over the other sight in systems is the detent property, right? This detent up front allows you to utilize this for multiple calibers all the way up to rifle cartridges. I definitely use this to sight in my rifles because shooting a rifle cartridge down range, you tend to get higher in money per cartridge, and this definitely saves you some coin. You can go over to Brownells and put this in your cart, brownells.com, and tell them Rick sent you. The way this works, I will put this on the barrel end of my platform, right? And that detent stops the shifting. I will then take the green dot pointed in a safe direction. I can get about 10 yards from my front door to my back door, and I will aim this at a target on the wall, and I'll make sure that green dot lines up with the red dot inside of my RMR HD, and this will at least get me on paper and minimize the amount of rounds that I have to shoot at the range to get where I need to be as far as my shots centered. So go over to brownells.com, put this sight mark laser in your cart, and you will thank me later. This is a game changer. As far as my overall thoughts on this system, man, this is a hell of a platform. It is very accurate. It is way more accurate than I am, and it's going to allow me to shave some weight in competition, which I'm going to dive into the deep end of the competitive field this year because I have a little bit more free time. Work has allowed me to have more time off. Outside of the family, I'm definitely going to be back into competing. So I'll put up some footage to show you my day at the range, and overall, I'm very pleased with this system. I tend to develop an ecosystem with a platform. If I find a platform that works with me, in this case it's Walther, I tend to stick with all the offerings they have. I have a 4-inch concealed carry PDP SD Pro. I removed the threaded barrel and put a flush barrel. I also have a 4.5-inch PDP SD Pro, and I use that for my tactical training. My steel frame is what I use for some of my training, but mostly for competition. And I wanted to see if I can get the same advantages in a polymer version and shave weight. So I'll report back to you guys to let you know how this fares out over the course of the next couple of months. And I'll see you out on the range.